What's he talking about?
Let them meet you.
What the fuck?
Meet up with me, and I'll figure out. Meet up with me.
Wait. Can I just engage with him uninterrupted for a second?
I mean, geez, you guys want to put us back in the
Let
oven?
me just answer this. No one wants to do that. My friend.
Yeah,
Stop talking for a second.
I've heard
My friend.
Okay, hold on. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Y, Mr. Y. The comrade's gonna engage with you, so have a dialogue with him, and everybody else meet up. Go ahead.
Were you not once a child? I mean, I obviously know the answer to this question. You were once a child. You once had dreams. You were young. You know, you wanted to have a safe life, be comfortable, maybe find friends, find something that you dream about and love. What happened to that person? Are you listening? Are you gonna ignore me?
Oh, I didn't know that someone muted me. I said I have a great life.
What?
I have a great life.
I'm not asking about your life. I'm not, my friend. I'm not asking about your life now. I'm asking you to think about yourself as a kid. Listen to me. When you were a child, didn't you have hopes, dreams? Didn't you wonder?
What's your
Yes or no? Listen and answer the fucking question. Yes or no?
What's your point, dude?
Listen. You will get to the point if you actually engage with it. So answer yes or no.
No.
Did you know about all the ills in the world, all the differences between you and other children? Just answer the fucking question, my friend. Answer the fucking question. Why are you avoiding this? Why is it so hard?
Why is it so hard? What's your point, dude? Why don't you just
answer the question?
What's your point?
Yes or no? I need you to answer the question. You'll understand it.
Answer any of the questions.
Dude. I need you to take a breath. I need you to think back when you were a fucking kid and think about the other kids around you. Did you think about the differences between you? Did you think about what nation they were from? No. Did you think about their religion? No. Did you wish harm?
I don't wish anybody harm, except for some people here.
Listen. People stop breaking off. Listen, why? Listen, stop. Shut the fuck up for a second. And keep with me. Okay? When you were young, did you wish them harm?
Like I said, I didn't wish anybody harm.
Exactly. Okay. Let me continue. I don't care about today. Obviously, there's something seriously wrong with you today. I am trying to go way back before that changed, my friend. Okay?
I only wish harm on
Yo, dude. I need you to focus. You said when you were a child, you said that I was smart. You were a child. Wait. Let me keep going. You didn't even know the difference between you didn't wait. You guys stop interrupting. Can you stop?
Conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like it's both
them down.
Guys, stop interrupting him, please, for fuck's sake. Let him finish it.
No, only one anti-Semite lunatic at a time.
I'm not an anti-Semite. I actually have numerous Jewish allies that I have such an and let me continue this thought, because, like you said, you that fucking fascist. So what I want you to realize is,
can you give assurance
you saw no
to people who faithfully pay their taxes in this
country? You just wanted to live a life, right? You had no ill will towards anyone else, right? You were a child, and you just referenced other children, just like you. Universe is just like you. That's actually something that my Jewish comrades have taught me. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish. Please mute me.
Oh my God.
Please mute me.
Mute your mic, man.
So that is something I actually learned from my Jewish comrades, that within the Jewish religion, every single person right, on this planet is their own individual universe, their own universe of thought, experience, and feelings, right? You just said, right, that children that once were just like you deserve to be ground up, have their fat turn into soap. Do you think?
No, I didn't.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
No,
Do you
you're
think?
misrepresenting.
I'm not misrepresenting. Representing.
Were you there?
Okay, that's the gist.
I did not say that.
Just let me finish.
I didn't say children.
Let me finish.
I
Okay.
did not say children.
Try to
People that once were children.
comrade.
Good.
Okay.
People that once were children.
So, are you implying that someone like you?
I'm implying.
Let me fucking finish.
Yo, hear me out. Let him finish. He's almost done.
I'm implying that they should open the gate.
Let me finish.
Like Trump.
You mute him. He can't be an adult. I need you to mute him.
I don't think.
This guy's a troll, man. Like, it's a waste of time, comrade.
It's like really gross.
I think just.
Hey, comrade, I think you're wasting your time, bro. I think you're wasting.
He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy in the audio.
I want them to be brought up to show.
Definitely wasting your time.
I wanted everyone to see what a racist looks like, a Zionist racist.
I thought you had a soul,
That doesn't make
but I was
me
wrong.
racist.
Oh, you're beyond racist. You're beyond saving. I don't think you're
What does
human
that have to do
anymore.
with being
Right.
racist?
You want Amsterdam's so welcoming.
The
It's
people
like
that
your
want
life.
to
Come to Amsterdam. Come to Amsterdam.
I'm sorry, but don't associate yourself with the rest of the Jewish diaspora. You are a disgrace to the Jewish diaspora.
Who am I?
You are not. You are.
Come to Amsterdam. Learn how to swim, sprinting, going to
I believe
sleep.
in those that say they want to kill.
Okay, we're gonna go back to
I'll stay here in the room, but you can put me down. I see you've got some other people here. Maybe
the
somebody.
topic is there is no two-state solution. It's a deceptive lie used to keep us, playing games and prolonging this misery.
They want to use, and they're just looking at their phones. Feel like it's like they're parked there, and it's like they'll move if you come up.
So I'll let you hear your thoughts. And don't you think?
Oh, a two-state solution?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's a joke. It was never a real thing from the beginning. I don't know who ever thought it was real. These guys, I mean, just read what Ben Gurion wrote in the Peel Commission. I accept the partition on the condition that after we build up a strong enough force, we're going to abolish the partition.
I don't understand. I have
But
But I don't see.
never was a two-state solution on the planet.
It's all about nothing, and I can easily go to another room right now and give you a sample of your fellow Americans talking about absolutely nothing.
You should not.
Let him No, you're Yahoo. I want
That's the only one, and that's a statistical gathering organization.
Why?
The IRS, the CIA, the FBI, the NSA, and the 450 other agencies that employ over 2 million people in this country.
Yeah, I know, but even more.
Even the Army, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the Navy.
Yirmiyahu, don't speak over him, Sheikh. Go ahead and just limit it to like a couple minutes.
No worries. You see, when they kick out,
also
you guys manage to kick out the Palestinians from Gaza, they end up in Egypt or Jordan. The governments there will be toppled. So you have done the Palestinians a solid, because now they're going to basically be in control of the Jordanian army, and then you're going to have a pro-Palestinian Egyptian government that will also now be in control of the Egyptian army. Now this literally already happened before, dude. Go back to Black September. This is the origins of what happened there, man. So, if you guys manage to kick them out of Gaza, I mean, this is just going to be your undoing. And what's better than that, there is literally a ticking time bomb that you guys face, which is that there are more and more people like me that are growing up in the U.S. that don't like Israel. So, eventually, there's going to be a day that's going to come where you guys are not going to away. I like how you're still interrupting me, right? I'm giving you your dreams.
Maybe 30 more seconds.
Anyway, eventually there's going to come a day when the U.S. is going to say, you know what, Israel's not my problem. So honestly, I think this is a win-win for everyone. You guys get to do your nice little second best and in return, the Palestinians are going to get an army in Jordan and Egypt. And when the U.S. does nothing, they don't care.
It could be a very strong case could be made.
All right. Go
That the
ahead.
entire intellectual tradition has been a gospel mistake.
gives a shit.
And that we are now on a collision
He's
course.
gonna say shit when he
And that all the vaunted benefits of intelligence, technology,
It's like they didn't say shit.
and all
Like
that
a dog killed 500,000.
is simply going to draw the human race to
Egypt or in Jordan if you rise up and you fucking make trouble there.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day.
Do you hear the Nazi that you sound like right now?
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have no supporters. So if you have the chance, please subscribe. Please don't scroll. I'm just...
Stage for a second. Please, he's got...
Jack, your mic is a bit low.
He's got 30 seconds left. Let him finish. Hear me out. Come off your mic.
Is that Mikael?
I know, they sound like brothers. They sound like brothers.
Yeah, they
Can I go after?
They are
Maybe lovers. They might
No,
be
for
lovers,
real?
actually.
But I have
They
no...
might be
Yeah,
lovers.
we're all
You never know.
brothers.
Oh, you mean like that? Okay, cool.
They're all lovers. I mean, they love
Alright,
each other.
you got 30 seconds. Hear me out. Go.
Well, Arabs know how to handle Arabs. They'll either be handled like the way the Kuwaitis handle them, the way the Lebanese handle them, or the way the Jordanians handle them. I mean, Black September, they killed 30,000 of you, and nobody blinked an eye.
Yeah, look at Solomon.
May I respond to Mr. Young?
And then we gotta get some other people out there. But.
Yeah, the issue is all of those handlings still still needed significant U.S. intervention. The Lebanese forces only got weapons.
And
Why?
And is bringing.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, they only got weapons and were successful in what? I mean, they failed.
Please don't
Still
scroll.
to the weapons funding and intervention of the Israeli army. Oh, he left.
Yeah, he ran
Please
away.
don't scroll. I'm just trying to...
This is why I think this is why we should support.
Dictatorial Arab states are going to open fires on Palestinians in
Please don't
2025
scroll.
after 7th of October and after the generation of young Arabs have been galvanized to support the Palestinian cause and give
There's
it
one
its
single
soul back.
video that's responsible for leading over 2,000 Christian men to permanently quitting.
Will topple their own governments once the first fucking bullets fired at them.
But that's why he ran, because he knows this is the truth. Actually,
I want to respond to him anyways, and actually agree with Sheikh a little bit here. When you brought up Black September, so what a lot of people do not understand is Black September wasn't just about Palestinians taking over Jordan. It was about the fact that Palestinians had a major stakehold in the Jordanian economy. They controlled the Jordanian economy, but had no representation, and that's how Black September started. Same token here. After Black September, you would have thought that the Jordanian government would have worked to restrict Palestinian entrepreneurship and
that whole thing is like touchy. Like I think it's evident some women will allow things from certain guys they won't from other guys, and that's just, it is what it is. You just kind of have to know how to play a delicate game of seeing not what you can get away with. That sounds so dirty, but what a woman's comfort level is, and operate within that.
Do you think a woman can be intimidated by a man's intellect?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Intimidated or comforted?
Both. Okay. You said intimidated or what? What was it?
Comforted.
Comforted. I mean, I think it depends. If she's insecure and she feels like she's dumb and that highlights something, then sure, it could be an intimidating.
She's ready to fuck.
No, I'm not ready to do that.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Except for my partner. Yeah. So I don't know. What you guys talk about? Is that all you were talking about, or is that all we're talking about?
Bitcoin. We're talking about the economy. We were talking about.
Talk about that. How about we talk about that?
Okay, what do you think about the tariffs?
Pamela, how high do you think Bitcoin will go?
sure that I give you that much information, but I can learn something from you, I guess.
I'm not a teacher. Rabbi here is the teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't give my secrets easily. I mean, sure.
Yeah, it's true because obviously.
Aren't you Jewish? I thought you were cheap.
We were actually talking about the Torah. This is our Torah
If you want to know how exactly, if you want to know how to trade, read the Torah. That's how I learned how to trade.
It's a universal Torah trading system for new incoming stock traders looking to become billionaires in universal coinage.
That's right. I learned like 80% of what I learned about investment and markets through the Torah. You just have to read it. That's all you have to do.
Okay. I believe you.
So it is true. I'm not even fucking being honest. Pamela, what are you doing in Edmonton? Like, what do you know? Okay. What do you think about polyamory and the rising trend of polyamory?
What do I think about it?
Yes, you said you're a single mother, and like usually people have divorce. They don't want a husband to make children with, so they end up being polyamorous in many cases. So like, I'm just wondering about that, and to what extent were you engaged in it? To what extent will you be willing to engage in it? And how do you think how predominant do you think it is in Edmonton?
I have not seen anything like that in Edmonton. I think also because I'm not really an outdoor person, so I don't really socialize that much to the point where I would get exposed to that. But I've seen it on social media trending. And my thoughts on that is that, when I go to my beliefs, I would say that it's more like the devil's plan to break down the family unit and confuse it, because once you confuse and break down the family unit, and it affects a society, and what affects society then affects the whole country or the whole world, right? So the stability of that arrangement for me is questionable. But I will give you my African roots. We believed in polygamy. There's still some cultures at the moment that still practice that, where one man can have supposed to be wives. I'm a Christian actually. But our African cultures believed in that, and only because they believe that the more children you have, it measures the wealth of the man. Because then you have more children, and then you have more workers to till the land and to farm and all that. That's what it was, directed towards. And then over the years, it has now kind of reduced, and because of opportunities have changed, right?
What do you think about the youth in Canada? Given the fact that housing is so expensive, don't you think having throuples instead of couples would be better? Because then they would be sharing the rent. Well, that's smart.
How about two couples share an apartment before they start having babies?
Yeah.
How about things like village banking, what we call village banking? People put money together, and first people in line get the money, use it for whatever, get a house, and then it will be another couple the next time get a house.
That sounds like communism.
Well, if it works for the better to help people, why not?
Because okay, so you mentioned two couples. We can call that a quadruple.
No, not that they're intimately involved, but they are friends, and they just want to help each other financially. Because you talked about how it can help relieve the load of financial.
Pamela, you may not be aware of who you're talking to, but Rabbi, though he is a holy man, is also a FetLife user.
No, I'm saying because if there are two couples who are not intimately involved, then maybe one couple decides to pull out when they get the financial means, and then the other couple is thrown under the bus. Whereas if they were all intimate with one another, then
it doesn't have to be an excuse to be. It doesn't have to be an excuse to be, it's just messy, to be honest. Emotions get involved, right? And this kind of thing, you're gonna see where it's going. You will see where it's going. You will see the fruit of what's gonna happen with all
Edith was in a trouble, and he says that it's like the best time of his life. He saved so much money. Isn't that right, Edith?
Yes, yes, that's true. And I'm not judging. If it worked for you, it worked for you. But I can say that, eventually it catches up on where negative emotions start to grow still, and when more people are involved.
But you can't fight all the battles. You have to pick them wisely. I mean, if you're
exactly, and that's why I'm picking wisely. You're asking me what is my opinion, and I'm giving you mine. And you're asking me if I can do it, and I'm saying I can't do it. For me, that's not the right way. That's not the way I would go. That's not the direction I would go. And
but how old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 49.
You're 49, exactly.
Yes.
You look beautiful, darling.
Thank you.
You're as beautiful as the sun, but the truth is, those who are 25 years old, how do you want them to pay the mortgage? So what they do is they have triples and they have quadruples, and then they can all divide the mortgage by more, and that's what's happening.
Well, in the first place, that's why there's also financial advising, right? Like for me, I have my son that's turning 25 this year. We've been sitting him down and guiding him on financial responsibility and saving and knowing how to divide his finances properly, right? So guidance and knowledge is out there for people to have proper guidance on finances.
I get that, but so there's two steps here. Step number one is making money. Step number two is saving money. Those people get
other means of saving money. Come on, let's talk about something that's more productive. That's going to be with people.
Let's talk about the Jews.
Than in a polluting way. To say,
Well, Pamela, his other favorite conversation is the Jews, the J word.
And religion.
What is that?
So what do you think about if the quadruples, if they live in the same house, don't you think that's better for the environment? Because then they get to save on the electricity bill and the water usage.
What he's actually saying is he wants to fuck other women and cheat on his girlfriend.
Is there anybody here that's interested to really talk about something productive that's gonna be like, you leave this platform right now and you'll be like, wow, that was.
Let's talk about overthrowing the Communist Chinese Party.
Pamela, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a fake rabbi. Edith is
you are, right? I figured,
Well, I'm a real woman. Well, it depends on who you ask. But Edith is a tranny.
Excuse me?
Yeah, Law is from Utah. He's a Mormon. And the Chinese guy down there, he became a Mormon, but he's Chinese. T-Time is a Jew. Lao Tzu is just insane. So I think
Lao-Tzu's an eyeball.
Lao-Tzu's an eyeball.
Lao Tzu.
Nothing productive can come out of this room.
Yeah, Pamela, is this your first time on Clown House?
Come on, guys. This is my house. You guys meet often? Because I've
But some of you motherfucking naked.
Oh, as a trans woman, I support the stimulus package. Yes, I get my stimulus check. Thank you, Donald Trump.
All I'm saying is nothing fruitful will come out of this room. That's all I'm saying.
There's definitely I still believe in something fruitful.
This is low IQ dumb people talking about nothing, wasting time, Pamela. Don't confuse yourself and become delusional and suffer from illusion.
We're very productive in here sometimes.
There we go. That is something productive. At least comedy. Why are you talking to my friend Pamela like that? Don't make me come over there.
Because there is no reason to continue a conversation about nothing but talking about more nothing conversations. That's nothing to contribute. Just say something. If you want to hear something smarter, say something smart. Just say it now.
Okay, can I ask something? Can I ask who had best Valentine experience?
I had the best Valentine's experience.
I mean, I got a stimulus check yesterday. So
What did you do?
I went to the second biggest sex club in Canada.
I got my welfare check yesterday, so I'm good too.
Oh yay!
He got his Obama phone.
My Obama phone.
Let this be a lesson to everyone that this is why you make reservations. Randy could have gone to the #1 sex club in all of Canada.
No, but I chose to put the money in Bitcoin instead.
So you gamble.
Spending $10
So your fiance was okay with you going to the second largest sex club in Canada, but she's not criticizing you for not being cool enough to go to the biggest?
Moderation is key. You don't go to the most expensive or the cheapest. You go to the middle ground.
You're disgusting.
I think he intentionally wants to be disgusting.
He's a very vulgar human being. He should have stayed in his piece of shit country so he could have bastardized his own people with his vulgarity, instead of coming here and desecrating all the good people of these lands.
You're right. Nobody does vulgarity like Christians.
Exactly.
Max, where you from? You sound very pleasant.
America, and I'm not as pleasant as I sound.
So what do you think about the phenomenon of and the rising polyamory among the youth in America now?
I think it's about time we admit that humans are more prone to polyamory than they are to monogamy, and find a structure to work with.
So are you polyamorous, and to what degree are you engaged in that community?
Oh, I abandoned sex 5 years ago.
Catfish alert! Catfish alert!
You did what?
I stopped having sex and my life got better.
Catfish alert! Catfish alert!
What?
Why are you holding the pussy hostage, though?
Exactly.
Because men are worthless.
Are you a lesbian?
What about women?
Yeah.
I can't get excited for a woman, otherwise I might have tried it.
So what about trans women?
No, I need my man to look like a man.
So what about trans men?
I need my man to have a dick.
What about men?
But there's no such thing as hermaphrodite. That's a lie. That's just a woman with a big clitoris.
It's true, but what about a strap-on?
It's not good enough.
There's never been a man or a woman born with both a penis and a vagina.
Yeah, this is why we keep the Confederates down in the South and us Yankees live
It's
somewhere
just a
else.
big clitoris. It's not a penis or a hermaphrodite. It's not real. It's a concept.
But the Yankees are the ones who are into polyamory.
Yankees?
So we left the
Civil War ended in 1864, Rabbi. We know you're a time traveler from FetLife in the second largest sex dungeon in Canada. But Jesus, can't you give her some practical advice? You're a rabbi, for God's sakes.
You know, if I wanted plastic, I'll just take care of it myself. That's my stance on strap-on.
Yeah, just get a vibrator. They make such amazing vibrators nowadays.
They really do. And there's so much lower maintenance than a man.
Well, you should. Well, I mean, the woman is high maintenance, but you should buy the magic wand.
You don't know.
No,
where
get
you're
a Eurosy wand.
I've already got my vibrator. It works. It's done.
What kind of vibrator?
What kind of vibrator?
It's small. It's effective. After that, I stopped.
Is it shaped like a rose? Because I've seen those suction ones, and they're really not as effective as you might think. High vibration rotations per minute.
Well, not all women prefer the clitoral sensation.
Edith, what do you prefer?
I'm trying to figure out how Lao Tzu sounds like a man and yet knows what will please a clitoris.
Because he's a man.
I was researching hermaphrodites the other day. Turns out there's never been a hermaphrodite in human history.
I'm actually a woman.
Yes, there has been a hermaphrodite.
No, it's just an enlarged clitoris. It looks like a penis on top of a vagina, but it's not a penis. It's a clitoris.
Oh, wait, hold on. Why am I the top left bot?
I have no idea.
I'm not a woman. What the fuck?
Bitch, you want to eat me out, bitch?
Why the fuck am I the top left
Edith, have you ever put a vibrator in your butthole?
Oh, honey, I can't have that anymore. I'm kind of old.
You're not as old as JB. At least you still have your teeth.
Randy, it's a glitch. I'm on my right hand corner. I'm the head one.
Because I do see myself as the top left bot.
No, on my end, I'm...
Oh, you're a bottom at best. This is ridiculous. Shut the fuck up, Rabbi.
Sorry, sorry. So
hormones. This is how I really talk. What's up, baby?
Hey, dog.
I am 75 years old.
Damn, this is good, Edith.
Bless your heart. You sound so very youthful.
You're good at this, Edith.
My genetics. My whole family sounds like this till we hit our 60s. Oh, I don't blame you, sweetie. Yeah. Well, you take care of yourself. You just get some really good honey and garlic and put in a jar. It helps you with your immune system. That's what I do.
Oh, well, what
I'd rather just have some garlic bread and put the honey in my tea. Oh, that sounds very delightful. I'm just here with my friends, Rabbi.
Knox, I got a question for you. If you could fall in love and get married today, would you do it?
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
So it's just a vibrator life for you, huh?
Well, nobody compares to my dead first husband.
Your dead first
Oh,
husband?
she doesn't sound like Chronica at all. She sounds very pleasant. I love Knox.
Noxious.
Are you from Chicago?
No, but I did live there for a year.
Oh my
How
gosh.
did you like? Were you downtown?
No, I was on the south side.
Oh
The
no.
trains were... I love the trains. With the trains. With the Mexicans and the blacks, you gotta watch out.
Trains, planes, and automobiles.
Every time I end up in a room of Mexicans, they all adopt me like they're my secret older brothers.
Whoa.
And get super protective. It's the craziest shit.
Did they give you discounts on burritos and tacos?
They buy them for me and bring them to me at work. They are lovely. I adore them. It's probably because I'm all the five foot tall.
Right?
Oh wow! Did you get a lot of tamales and Takis? They're very good at giving out.
Well, they just want to clap that ass.
The Takis are too spicy, but they've been really considerate about finding me the less spicy Mexican dishes and being like, here, please eat.
Oh.
They work so much harder than Americans. Give me a team of Mexicans any day. Yes, I fucking love
You're racist.
I don't even need them to speak English. Just give me some Mexicans.
But just say it. I'm looking for somebody to play.
So which one do you think happens more in RPO? Do you think people are coming in and sharing, and then we ask questions, or do you think they're coming in and we're like, let's ask about this person's grandma diet?
So it depends on what the title is, right? And then oftentimes the subject, and we don't always talk about exactly what, the title. There's a lot of diversions and arms that spread and ideas that get bounced around and shared. Oftentimes, though, when a newcomer, right, visits here, they say, hey, I like the title, what's up, oh, I like how y'all sound, it'll stick around, and then it'll get quiet, but oftentimes, and they say, hey, newcomer, what do you think of the title, right? And then they'll be like, oh, great, I'll talk about the title and all the other things that I've heard. Why do I have to walk y'all down this street? This is Clubhouse.
No, because
This is another room full of dumb, low, cute people talking about nothing.
I'm gonna tell you, ugly people are just so crazy. I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking the questions though. So I won't ask you another one, but the reason why I'm asking is because if a person comes in and they just want to share stuff, that is on them. Like that was their discretion. They thought it was shareable. That's one thing, right?
M. Presidium. Presidium.
Okay. Let's see what this is.
Let me explain why you're wrong.
That the name was changed from the original. Brother, is it still called Israel?
Process to be more democratic, right? And that process was because Saddam not only did atrocities towards like his own people. He became a problem in the whole Middle East, and that was threatening also the petrodollar. So the whole reason this whole thing happened has nothing to do with the people only. It also has 100%. To do with petrodollar. So
100%. 100%. When the U.S. goes into Iraq under the pretense of weapons of mass
coke, you know what I mean? And I was going crazy. So
you guys want to see my dad?
Yeah, that's my father-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, listen, I don't even fuck with how this is your dad? You're lying.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember. This is your dad. Wait, Yasmin, I don't like the fact that I messaged you and you even want to respond to me. Like, I'm actually trying to fly you out.
Surprising. Yasmin gives a lot of attention to guys.
Shit, not me, man. She said I have the 17-year-old haircut.
You do have the 17-year-old haircut.
Oh, my hair's just long.
She's gonna give you some fake telephone number with some bullshit voicemail, JH. Get ready to be disappointed.
अगर diverse voices आती है तो उसमें भी इन्हें दिक्कत है. There's a huge section वो आपको.
I think I said, making a market out of us. I think that would be a healthy thing. As long as we're benefiting out of it, as long as we're not focusing on the consumers.
We would benefit. I mean, the Chinese.
What are you guys gonna benefit from? Donald Trump's about to build the 51st state of America in the Strip. You guys lost the war. Prepare to be bought out.
He's screeching, man. Why do you have to screech?
Yeah, I don't know. And it's not good for your YouTube channel. For your subscribers they're listening to this.
Because God, it's like nails on a fucking blackboard.
He was the one that came in yesterday when I was talking Yuri, how do you say his name, Yahoo, was talking about
it, man. At this point, like, I just never seen him actually have a serious conversation. It's fucking guys. At least point. Learn from point, man.
Yeah. Makes his point and then leaves.
You're trying to be point. That's what you're trying to do. You're failing miserably at it too. Okay. Anyways, I'm not worried about the Chinese. I think the Chinese can be good for us. I think the Chinese want balance in the world. They want to buy the world. That's in our interest. I think Prince proves that.
Oh, that's Rich telling me I don't ever have a serious conversation. Cynic, you waste your time. You're a stroker.
That's correct.
Literally, you're not gonna
You are imitating.
You're a stroker.
You are trying to be.
You're a stroker.
Failing miserably at trying to be right point.
Yeah, same shit.
I know it's Adrian. I know it's that fucking dumbass.
Yeah, kick him.
But he's trying to be point. You know who point is, right?
Yes, comes into the room, makes some pretty, interesting.
Solid points.
Solid
He drops.
points,
He used
and then calls you a
silly
moron
accent.
for not knowing, and then he leaves.
And then he leaves. It's fucking.
That's a good point. I should do that more often. Oh, that was glorious. Glorious. Oh, I don't think there's anything else.
China is an example. They're never first at the table, but they definitely make sure that they win.
Well, yes, of course, and because they're entirely geared toward that, because China is essentially a hungry country, right? It's a perpetual famine economy, and that's because the future is uncertain, and you have to get what you can get right now. And they know how to take advantage of a situation when it comes to them, and a lot of people in the U.S. have been comfortable for so long, we don't know what that looks like anymore. You go to where the opportunity is, but also China has only been doing it for 30 years, really.
Yeah, so when someone like Elon Musk trying to help to do something.
Sure.
Wait, give me 1 second, Jade, because I don't want to kick you from the room. You said
32, and I'd be the best friend with the
Bro, you
best
can't even run the stairs. Like, stop this nonsense, man. Just stop.
I'm dead serious.
You're a Zionist. That's what
You can't run freaking 2 stairs. You're gonna run for this. You're falling apart. You got a gut like that extra skin after
You don't have to over-explain it though. Like you got it. Like
you're done, bro. Like,
Sense, you had a question. Sense, mute up, Rabbi. Sense, you had a question. Sense maker.
I was looking out for you. Are you a supporter of the two-state solution, the Prince?
No, I don't believe in a two-state solution. I believe it's a lie from its inception. I don't believe it was ever practical. I think it was a deceptive tactic to keep prolonging this occupation and misery.
So let me just specify the question then. Do you believe it is the necessary next step, or do you support it as a necessary next step? Or are you saying that you deny it as in permanently, like as a forever solution?
Do you believe it's implausible, or would you actually support it?
It's implausible.
It's not about implausibility. It's about what's the next step. Because I don't think we can do a one-state.
I believe a two-state solution is a necessary evil. I have to play the diplomatic game on the international arena. I have to, unfortunately, adopt it, but I don't believe it's realistic.
I believe in a two-state
solution.
solution.
We gotta keep Chris on the wrap. Evil. I think a two-state solution would be a big win for us. It would literally be. It might take longer, but it would be the beginning of the end of Zionism. So whether it's a two-state or a one-state, two-state only delays the inevitable.
If that would the current conditions, I don't.
As long as we hold on to the old city, which is Jerusalem.
Mikhail, if they would ever, it would become a two-state solution, you would see an ungodly amount of missiles coming over the border.
I understand that they would never allow a two-state solution.
That's
I'm just
exactly
saying,
what I'm saying.
I would say
Would be the end.
if we can get a two-state solution, we should, run and get it. Like, we should absolutely.
Of course, it would just mean more power. It would be a base for us as Palestinians building our own economy. Can you imagine what we could accomplish if we had
it is about economy, but it's more about demographics. Like, this struggle in its very essence is about demographics.
What about Jordan?
Prosperous economy will shift
it
the
allows
demographics.
us, if they don't mow the lawn with us every few months with some sort of, or every few years with some conflict, our numbers now would look like nothing. We would grow we would be outnumbering these people in less than a decade.
Look, let me say something controversial here. I'll say this. I think that the time for violence when it comes to Palestinians using violence to remove the occupation, I think is coming to an end. I think now I knew you were going to do that.
I'm sorry.
We are going to move into more of a diplomatic and political stance and using diplomatic and political power.
We get out of
you know what? A good resistance knows how to use both and knows how to use each one at the right time.
We never had the
will never work, Edward. Will never work. It's not gonna happen. I think more violence is coming up. A lot more violence is coming up, and I expect
violence. They want us to be violent.
Yes, they do, and I expect. I think within the next probably 10 to 15 years, the Jordanian government will collapse, and probably the real family is not going to be around anymore. And the Israelis are going to
I don't know why we think that Israel's going to win. Again, you're assuming a scenario that is working in the favor of Israel. I literally think if Jordan and Egypt can just hold their ground, I'd see the Egyptians really holding their ground on this. Yeah,
I don't think
humiliated himself in Washington, no doubt, but he gave the decision making to the Egyptians. So at the end of the day, if these two hold their ground, what are they going to do? The Israelis.
I understand Egypt is nothing's going to happen in Egypt in terms of turmoil and so on and so forth. But Jordan, because I think Israel has has plans for Jordan, and we're gonna see a cycle of serious violence within the next decade or two in Jordan. And I don't think there's anything that is diplomatic that's going to be efficient with the state.
I think diplomacy on the Palestinian side.
I don't understand the scenario where Jordan, one of the strongest intelligences in the Arab world, somehow is gonna lose control over Jordan. I just don't understand.
They'll lose economic control. It might be a soft transition or some sort of confederation with the Palestinians, but I don't see.
You think the GCC is going to just allow Jordan to just economically collapse?
No, not at all.
They would never do that.
Please don't scroll.
We're in a good position. All we want to do is hold. That's all.
I don't understand. What kind of strength does the GCC or a say does the GCC has when it comes to Israel and Israel's actions in the region? What kind of
a massive economic market to 10 plus countries with insane amounts of potential in terms of profits for the Israelis to make. So opening up these markets, these untapped markets for Israel, which is a small country, by the way.
And do you think that will be an incentive for Israel to what? Like to
money is always an incentive. Growing your economy
to grant independence to the Palestinians and just
it's not about that. It's about what Israel has to do to get a hold, to get their foothold into this GCC economy, which is what they desperately want, and they see as a massive opportunity for themselves. So it's not about Israel being nice. It's about
happy about it on an action to go after Trump on the executive orders, and he refused to. So, and he's a pretty strong Republican. So if there was something, you know, on a state level, you have an AG that is definitely not, in the camp of Shapiro, and he hasn't filed anything to my knowledge, unless you have something additional on it on a state level.
No, not at that level. I very much think that, because this came up with from Norma, who's not here, saying that this was Iran. I think that's wholly bullshit. I think this was the United States government, players within our government, who tried to take Trump out.
Well, no, that's not what Norm was saying.
I firmly believe that.
Norm wasn't saying that.
I think the first attempt, the one where he got shot in the ear, I think that was definitely some deep state shit. But the one with the Cybertruck, it could be the deep state, but I don't know. I don't think the deep state is. I felt like after the first attempt didn't work, the deep state gave up because they're like, if we try to kill him again and it actually works, then there's no denying that it was us.
Yes.
You feel me? So the second one, honestly, I do
golf
think it was
course one. You're saying?
No, not the golf.
No, not the golf course.
I think the golf course one.
But here's the thing, though.
Sorry, let John just finish 1 sec, Pepe.
Yeah, I think the golf course one was just a crazy dude. I think the first one was definitely a fucking deep state operation, and I think that the Cybertruck blowing up in front of whatever, in front of the Trump, whatever the fuck, that was that was. I think it was Iran. I definitely think it was Iran.
But I'm just curious, though, like, as somebody who's very familiar with shooting like AR-15s, is standing target center mass, not necessarily the head. 200, I'm saying standard. Excuse me. I'm not somebody who's bench resting a carbine. I can hit I can hit the target. Of course, there's a lot of variables, especially when it comes to the ammunition you're using, which type of rifle. But if you were to be honest, he prone, which in a prone position, which he was shooting from. Yeah, you're going to be more accurate, but if you're in it, he was basically, I'm guessing he realized like this was his last hurrah. his last moment on Earth. He can make or break history, shoot the president in the head, and he's about to die as a result. He was basically, I'll just put it like this, he was putting his targets,
those models in our product. So what we did instead is we actually kicked off a blind test of our graphic model codenamed Chocolate. It's pretty hot. Yeah, hot chocolate. Been running on this platform called Chatbot Arena for 2 weeks. I think the entire X platform at some point speculated this might be the next generation of AI coming our way.